Odyssey is a for-profit spin-off of UCLA. The technology was actually developed by the team that did THX, the gentleman that won an Oscar for THX. Their next product, or their next project, was looking at trying to create digital solutions for acoustics in movie theaters. You know, all of this stuff is based around theater dynamics. The idea, you know, the main goal of their software there was, you know, in a studio, you got to correct for the mix position. That's the most important thing. But in you know, a cinema, every scene has to sound good. So they were trying to figure out a way to create a digital, you know, room correction technology that worked from multiple positions in the room. And the technology that they developed is called Multimedia, and it was spun up into a for-profit company called Odyssey about 5 or 6 years ago. Odyssey went on to license the technology to BMW, Alpine, Denon, Marantz, Onkyo, just a bunch of really high-end, you know, home cinema receivers and stuff. But they also have their own system that's basically like a set-top box. And a gentleman will come in with a microphone and a computer and measure the room, and they create a set of custom curves for your speakers, and then they program it into the box and they connect the box to your system. So we became aware of the technology, and obviously, you know, we were like, wait a minute, you know, this could be cool for studios. Obviously, the room sound is as important, if not more important, in studios. But the other thing that we figured out is, you know, they need to have a box because there's usually no computer associated with your home stereo, your home cinema. Well, 99% of studios have a nice, powerful computer running right there. So what we did was we licensed the technology from them, and then we threw that box out and we turned it into a VST AU RTAS plugin. Right. So what happens is you connect the calibrated microphone. There's standalone software that actually walks you through the process of taking between 12 and 32 measurements, depending on how hardcore you want to do it.
How long's the cable?
The cable just
you physically move around the room.
You physically move around the room. You don't just leave it in the sweet spot.
Right.
And what it does is it creates a snapshot of the room and all of the different acoustical problems in the room. And it applies a digital correction to those problems. It does frequency response, stereo imaging, and phasing. So you get a full band frequency response correction. You know, obviously it senses if reflections or phasing or anything is distorting your stereo imaging, it cleans that up. And then you know, it also just makes it much clearer. It's almost like you just kicked in a BBE or something like that. Right. So it's a pretty dramatic effect. And then, you know, obviously the second advantage to the system is you're able to create a custom curve for all your speakers. You can adjust the whole room, or you can focus on specific areas of the room, and it's mobile.
Will it store presets if I have multiple sets of speakers?
Oh yeah. In fact, in this setup right here, we have Yamahas and Mackeys. I have a custom preset for the Mackeys, mix position, wide, back here, and then a mix position for the Yamahas, and I'm able to just bounce between them really quick. And so, you know, again, for a guy like me who's in and out of different studios, you know, some of them are nice studios, most of them are not, you know, but some of them are dude spare bedrooms and stuff. I can bring the ARC system with me, and within about 5 minutes, not only do I have a visual representation of what the room is actually doing, I can see how close we got to fixing it, and then I can adjust my mixes you know, accordingly. Right? So then, you know, the mixes translate better. You can actually, if you look on the screen right now, you can see that we've selected the Mackie mix area, and then the target curve is flat. There are 4 different target curves, so I can actually mimic the effect of listening through different environments. So when I burn the CD, take it out of my car, put it in my car, it still sucks, but it sucks less. And I make fewer trips, you know?
Right, right.
If the mix still sucks in the car, it's because you mixed it wrong.
Right.
Which happens to me. So, you know, so it's actually a really cool, really exciting technology in that regard. It's actually the fastest selling IK product we've ever released. So the response has been tremendous. We got a phenomenal review from Craig Anderton, the editor of EQ Magazine. He's like, dude, I fired this thing up expecting, you know, it to be all hype. He's like, you guys win. You guys win. So, you know, we've really been excited about the response, and you know, the thing is too, because we're able to get rid of all of the hardware of Odyssey, the price is ridiculous. It's $5.99, and then for existing IK users, including our OEM partners, guys who got stuff through DigiDesign or Mackie or Yamaha. There's also a discounted price on $449
With the mic.
with the mic. So I mean, for the guy running a smaller studio, it's a phenomenal value because it allows him to get really.
He doesn't have to bring cocoa.
Right. And then even for the high-end studio owner, $449 is not too much to pay for just a little bit of insurance. To make sure that even if you did tune the room, you're getting his monthly, you're getting everything.
You can see where your EQ curve.
It's not a substitute for a custom-built room or for having a guy come in and spend 2 weeks tuning your room. But even in a situation like that, it may be worth it just to get that extra 1%. So, that's my spiel. Now let's actually just listen to it. That's the fun part. So, to make sure that this is actually coming through the speakers. Are you recording it?
Yeah. Turn that around for me.
Oh yeah. You're getting level. Let's see if we're getting level.
Oh, come on.
Once you guys hit the sweet spot, it'll be great.